Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Krabby McCoffee's video. Right, I found out there's a little pimple or something here. It's kind of annoying, but anyway, let's just get on with it, okay? So, I have a couple things to share with you this morning. So, this video is being made for several advocates this morning. Usually I praise the advocates, but as one of my advocates who lives in Chicago has said, given me some food for thought, it's time I do a breakdown of what is going on in this management company and what they're doing to violate, mind you, the law. Okay, I spoke to a manager who works with the same management company we're with, and she literally has stated, quote unquote, that they're basically breaking the law. Remember, I have connections everywhere, all over the states. So when I offer my one advocate, who's a sweetheart, she's extended family, Mel, I'll call her Mel. Mel doesn't realize that the management company is violating the law, basically. Preserving the tenancy, what does that mean? You bend over backwards, you take it in the rump, and you take it in the rump, and you let the management tell you what you can and can't do. I'm sorry to say, but I've talked to a transgendered lawyer group that say what is going on is an undue burden. Secondly, the stress level is going to kill me. Literally, I don't think I'm going to get out of this world alive without getting rid of the problems of the stress. One is Chloe, the other is the everything around me. You see, I love my advocates dearly. They're like sisters to me. Okay, every one of them. There's Ash, there's Courtney, and then there's Mel, and then there's Jenny from Jenny. Everyone knows Jenny, Zoe. These advocates have been helping me out. Zoe immensely. But Zoe also knows that this rant was coming because, I'm getting tired of the undue burdens. I mean, look, let's put it this way, okay? I have literally laid down to my advocate here in town, right? Several things, right? There is videos, okay? There is freaking videos, right? Of Chloe throwing a temper tantrum. Not just threatening me at times, but threatening moderator Cactus Blossom or threatening court, advocate 1, Courtney, advocate 2 at times, advocate 4, there's multiple advocates that I have help with because I'm sometimes help, but I try to do everything myself. But it's hard. And a lot of people sit there and they say, oh, well, if you need to preserve the tenancy, you must bend over. Really? I just got a report from 6 different people, including 2 of my intel officers, by the way, they're in military intelligence, who's literally stating that they're hearing from the grapevine, tracking things, supposedly, that supposedly my current manager, and I've heard this from 6 different tenants when I do surface from time to time or via messenger or email, saying the manager is high on meth and that every time the manager talks about meth, she's throwing her parents under the bus by literally stating that her parents are smoking meth, but they don't show it. I'm sorry to say, but if you're on meth, I don't want to know you, okay? Secondly, let me just tell you this for the audience here, okay? And then when I get done with my rant, I'm going to literally tell you that prepping is not easy, okay? Let me put it to you this way. The manager doesn't give 2 craps about anything but themselves, literally. Think of it this way, or the owner, right? Literally. As a prepper, what do you do if you lose power for 3 weeks? How do you eat, huh? Do you eat a canned cold soup? Well, Everyone else, Advocate 1, 2, and 3 on this island, no offense to Sister Mel, which I hope she's watching this, literally enjoys a hot can of soup. Can't use butane in this house. Can't carry butane. Can't store butane. Can't store Coleman fuel. Can't store little propane cans. Oh, it's a fire hazard. And yet, I'm about this close to doing two things. And this is why I want you, the audience, to send me messages, okay, as a prepper, okay? Yeah, people don't even ask about him. See, people don't ask about him. I gotta get some more food eventually. Right? Secondly, I'm not allowed to leave my house, right? I'm a prepper, right? I'm supposed to live on ramen and beans, right? But let's just get to the audience here, because I know I do get to some people. I know some people, like, let's just say, hypothetically, Mama Pee-wee, Mama Fanny, sometimes, Sister Zoe, they're pissed. They would literally stir the honey pot for me only because they know the laws are violated. They would probably work behind closed doors to literally get justice. I mean, look at Chloe's mom. Chloe's mom makes one phone call and she keeps Chloe under me. Literally, under me. Doesn't want to deal with Chloe because Chloe's too temperamental, right? Give her a gift card and let her be happy. And then when Chloe doesn't send the gift card, Chloe just sits there and says, "You can have another one. It's my birthday." And yet, Chloe lies, Chloe cheats, and Chloe steals. And yet, people know this, but why don't they want to deal with Chloe? Because they don't care. They don't want anyone, they don't want to deal with Chloe. That's the truth. The truth is in the pudding. Chloe's too mentally ill. Look at Zoe. Zoe literally was saying the other day that I'm the only thing Chloe has because Chloe's burned all her bridges. Borderlines do this, but borderlines are also, I took away my debit card. Chloe's pissed. I've done so many different things. Chloe's pissed. And yet, what's Chloe do? She punishes me. I'm not allowed to leave my home. No one knows this. I'm not allowed to leave. Between coronavirus surging and then the manager saying, oh, you can't do this and you can't do it. Look, let me tell you a story for undue burdens for you preppers out there. When I use a multi-tap surge protector, I'm not only protecting my property, I'm also protecting things from the surge, right? Rock Island, the internet company, wired it into the wall, right? They screwed the power plug to the wall, basically, and their management would be like, oh, you can remove it. Really, they're the one that basically got permission from the first manager, her name was Jessica, first manager, Jessica, to run a freaking cable behind the cooking stove all the way. And you know what Dad said? Dad looked and sent me a voltage thing. There's not this can't even start a fire, the fucking Ethernet cable. Oh, but it's a fire hazard because it's on the floor. Really? Let me just put it this way. I've been using power plugs for fucking 40 years, basically, when I started doing surge protectors, and not once has it ever been a fire hazard. Yeah, they sit around. Yeah, and guess what? Oh, you can't do it. Really? Well, let me just tell you what I'm thinking, okay? I'm making a statement here. So the food bank the other day, by the way, gave us more rock. It gave us like a 4-week expired ham. The second ham was like 4.5 weeks expired. I mean, literally, you tell these advocates, right, that works with the food banks, helps out. Literally, people need to know the fucking food is expired. Let me put it this way, okay? People sit there and they say to me, Rita, you're a badass, advocate, right? A badass advocate, right? A badass advocate. Guess what? I advocated for myself to have surgery, but I advocate for people. I do. I advocate more than anything. I advocated for Chloe. Didn't work. I advocated for myself on thing. Maybe if she had surgery, it'd go away. No, but guess what? You see, the thing is the law enforcement here, they look the other way. Why? Because they know Chloe's violated the law, but they can't touch someone who's transgender. Now, the word is, because I'm trying to stay as clean as possible for this video, okay? Clean as possible is this. My three advocates, one keeps pushing a restraining order. Advocate 4, Zoe, and I were talking the other day. What do you stick? What do you make it stick, huh? What do you? How do you make it stick, huh? Thing is, how do you make it stick, huh? You go in and say, I don't want her living here. There's 3 options I can do. And this is why I made the video, okay? I know I'm going to go over the comments in a bit because there's a couple comments came in a little bit ago. But anyways, I'm just saying, if Advocate Pee Wee or Fanny or Higgins or Zoe or whatever wanted to, they could stir the pot with everything they know about where I live. Look at upstairs, for example. Let me give you an example without saying it. The guy above me lives in a 2-bedroom by himself. They say, oh, I don't qualify, even with a letter with a doctor, for my treadmill because I need it. But he qualifies because, well, he's old and he's got special privilege. You see? I mean, literally, Chloe's already reporting this to fucking HUD because she can. She's not going to fucking stand around. The lady up in the second building, there's a lady in a 2-bedroom. Again, violation of the law. And they say, oh, special permission. Really? So you want to basically look the other way for these people. See, I'm not going to allow this to stick. This is why people already behind the scenes, like my intelligence community guys who are in military intelligence, who's already basically turned and told me that the management company is about 95% father, mother, and managers on meth. I mean, literally, wouldn't surprise me, but I've heard it from 6 different sources, including several people that supposedly, I don't get out that much, okay, but supposedly, literally delivers it. I mean, I got a couple notes that were delivered on the door recently. One was saying that the manager is buying meth from a tenant. Well, you know what? That's just hearsay right now. But if it's true, I mean, literally, we don't know what the hell's going on. All we know is the manager basically claims this, and this, right? And yet, undue burden. Well, let's talk about the undue burdens of housing, okay? Undue burden. See, I sent an email to Mel, right? And I said to Mel, I got some ideas rattling through my head. But before I do it, I'm going to basically tell you guys what I'm thinking, right? My lawyer, who's with a transgender group out of Seattle, is pissed. They say what's happening is that the management company is playing freaking favorites. And supposedly, my intel says the managers are either Jehovah's Witness or Mormon, so they're playing the religious cards again. Well, I'm going to say if I was freaking Amish, they couldn't evict me for my religion. And if I didn't believe, which half the time I don't believe in, electricity. Do you believe that? Yeah, I don't believe in electricity. I don't, because I'll tell you why I don't believe in it. Because it's too expensive. And as I think, it's an undue burden that the greedy son of a bitches of the country can tax the shit out of you for more and more electricity. And if the less you use, now they got a new plan. Did you know what the new plan is? I bet you guys don't know what the new plan is. If you don't use 1 drop of electricity, they charge you $51 for a connection fee. In the 80s, they didn't charge a connection fee. They charge you like connecting on and then a disconnect fee for when you moved. Otherwise, if you didn't use 1 drop of electricity, they didn't charge you. Nowadays, they're charging $51 a month just for a freaking connection fee, and they can charge you more and more. And then what happens when your bill's $500 a month because they want all your money because they're greedy little assholes? No offense to anyone. You see where I'm going with this. The point is they charge a connection fee. I was just looking at the bill the other day. See? Right here. $50.35 just for a service access fee just to leave it on. So if I have no electricity, right? None. So why has my electric bill always been low? People say, oh, Rita, ours is 3 times that. Simple. I turn off, and I'm about to make 2 statements here. One is my stress level's through the roof. I can't take it. Right? As Zoe knows, at times I'm looking forward to death coming to me in a form of a heart attack or a stroke. She says, oh, don't say that. Well, when you live with Chloe, that's all you got to do, right? So before we get into the prepping thing, let me just say the management company is doing undue burdens. We got a notice the other day, right? It said, oh, you must keep your heater on at like 70 degrees because of pipes, right? You know what I did? I crumpled that damn thing up, threw it in the damn trash, and said, you know what? I will use the heater the way I see fit because it's my heater. And if I'm gone and they want to come in and say, oh, well, if you're gone, we can come into your house. And, that's a way of saying we're going to come in your house and steal from you. You can't trust the management. I've had things stolen from previous managers on vacation because we left the heaters off. And then they thought they could do it. We had security put in place. Literally, we had security put in place. We knew someone stole, and we reported it. And then the management company basically changed managers right after that to another manager where I used to live. Right? Why was it? Because they were doing that then. Because they thought they said, oh, we have a right to come in. Right? No, I fought it. You know what happened? Management company, right? Literally threw a fit. Why did they throw a fit? I'll tell you why. Because when I left, I turned off the fucking power at the box. Literally, just the master. Meaning my entire place was a popsicle, right? Then they're like, oh, you can't do that because, the pipes are free. Guess what? I've talked to fucking lawyers. You know what the lawyers say? The lawyers say that these are fucking undue burdens to the fucking people that rent these places. Look, you remember the other day, right? They're like, oh, you got to move the table 1 foot, right? 1 foot. So the other day, right, Chloe and I were literally talking, and I pulled out a measuring tape. That's right. I actually have a measuring tape on the table. An orange one, and I measured it from 1 foot, from one wood from the wall to the wood feet pedestal, right? 1 foot, one place, 2 feet for another. Okay, 2 feet, right? Is that a fire hazard? No, it's just a bunch of made up BSP things because the manager wants to make you submit. They're not going to let the neighbor submit. The neighbor, I was talking to a neighbor, right? One of the neighbors told me the same story about meth, managers using meth, right? The one neighbor took a picture. I'm not going to rat out the neighbor, okay? I won't. I'm not a freaking narc. But the one neighbor turned around, and what did the one neighbor do? Took a picture. Her bed's like 2.5 to 3 inches from the wall, and they have never said a fucking thing to her. So you tell me, who the fuck is the problem here, huh? They just want to fucking sit there, right? I warned Chloe this was happening, but Chloe doesn't give 2 shits about anyone but herself. Higgins, would you shut up about the freaking electricity? I mean, literally, come on there and you be a dumbass and a smart ass. I'm not in the mood today. I'm actually in the mood to basically gripe, okay? Then the manager says you can't use a freaking electric smoker. The manager says you can't use a portable generator because it sounds like a little weed whacker, right? So you're supposed to put in these Jackery battery banks. But if you line the Jackery battery banks up against the wall, it's considered a fire hazard because you're blocking the hall. Now, let me give you a rundown, okay? If you moved my bed like 6 inches to this way, right? I'm just pointing this way, right? That would mean my chair would be in the hall, which means it would be violating the hall rules. You can't block the halls, right? I mean, literally. So they're saying you can't do this, and then they want, remember the other day, it was like, oh, you should, Chloe is telling me they told her that I should get rid of some stuff. Sorry to say, it's my property. Thing is I want to say this with wholesome love, okay? I have 2 wheelchairs. People say, "Oh, you got 2. You should donate it." I ain't donating anything that belonged to my husband. I'm the stingiest motherfucker out there that will tell you outright, I'm not giving anything of my husband's away. Literally. Well, Chloe's made too many damn stupid mistakes, And at one time I was gonna donate my trike to go to someone, but you know what? No one deserves it. It's $3,000 trike. When I can get a motor on it, I'll be a lot happier. But in the meantime, they won't even fit it outright. Oh, look at this! Isn't this interesting? So today alone, I lost 4 subscribers. Oh well, you know what? I guess they finally got tired of the videos, 4 subscribers today. So anyways, Hagen says he is being honest, right? Well, I'm not in the mood. So shall we continue, people? So people sit there and they think I'm an alcoholic drunk because, once in a while I like to binge, right? No. Lately, I don't have the taste for it. Like the other day, right? Chloe says, she'll go down to the brewery. I want to try an Imperial Stout they have. She didn't do it. Why? Because she knows by the time that Zoe got off, or time vampires, what Chloe calls it, that I would have went to sleep. And I did. Why? Because it's not worth basically waiting on Chloe time. Let me tell you what the problem is with Chloe time, okay? People don't realize this. You see, when it comes to Chloe, I'm tired of the catering to people, okay? Literally, let me tell you a story, okay? Zoe keeps pestering me, and I love her for it. Zoe. Do get new glasses. My glasses are failing. Do you see in the glass lens right there, or, right there? The film is completely dissolving, right? I can barely see, right? I was typing an email this morning, not even thinking about it without glasses. I was typing an email to Mel, thinking, I got an idea. Thing is my idea is this, all right? They want to sit there and the manager wants to dictate to me, okay, you got to remove the wires. I ain't removing shit. Plain and simple, I'm standing my ground. My lawyer says those are my own household things, and because they won't fucking fix the fucking electricity, then it's not my job to fucking move them. And I'm not moving this fucking table because to them, they can kiss my rosy red crippled ass. Plain and simple, I'm standing my ground. The other thing is, if the management company wants to say fire hazard, one of the things my advocates and lawyers have said is turn the fucking power off. Just turn it off. You guys might not get any videos, but guess what? It makes a fucking statement. You get through winter with no electricity, you'll be fine in spring. Why? Makes a statement. What are they going to do? Oh, you're going to have power because of the pipes. Oh, really? So I'm catering to the fucking managers telling me I need plumbing for the pipe. As long as the fucking toilet flushes the toilet, that's all you need in the fucking house, pretty much. You can do your laundry up there. You see me complaining? No. I survived in the worst of the worst conditions with no electricity. To me, it's just an overrated, inflated thing where the fucking country is wrapped around people's fucking fingers that they need it. It's medically necessary. Yeah, if you have a CPAP machine, but it's not medically necessary if you have to do it. You see, my thing is this. I'm going to fucking rebel soon because I'm not tolerating the manager saying, it's a fire hazard. You got really. So if I turn off all the fucking power in the fucking house and turn it off completely, what are you going to do then, people, huh? You're going to sit there and evict me because I don't have any power? What's that? You're going to put in the lease, all tenants have to have electricity? I mean, literally, it's considered an undue burden. How many people can pay their electricity? The elderly are getting shit on anyways. I mean, literally, look at the fucking greedy son of a bitch eye doctor. Email, nope, we don't take your insurance. Nope, we don't take your insurance. Nope, we don't take your insurance. You're better off going to LensCraft or America's Best. We're not dealing with it. We don't want to deal with people that work with these groups. We don't deal with the Lions Club. We're basically cutting our corners and loss for this, and this. Wow. So basically, they don't want to deal with it because they've been shit on too many times. You see, the truth is here. You see, me and Zoe were talking about this, So apparently someone sent, Alright. Alright, so I want to go through the comments. So Mother Pee-wee apparently sent a thing for Lotimu. She was sending me something about pins. Thanks, Mama Pee-wee. I'm going through the comments now. Yeah. So let me just tell you the way that prepping is, okay? When you prep, right? Lost 4 subscribers. Oh well, doesn't matter to me. The point being is that everything's a burden, right? They let the guy upstairs freaking get away with you. Oh, I'm gonna always keep my 2-bedroom. I'll just con my way. He brags about it in the parking lot, conning people. He literally conned a power chair out of someone. What's he do? Half the time he walks over for a smoke. The other time he puts around in his electric chair because he can. And now he's trying to screw over the taxpayers for a van that will take his electric chair everywhere because he's, if you have breathing problems because of COPD, you stop fucking smoking. I mean, literally. Oh, well, it's stress relief. And then the other person, I've seen so many violations in this apartment complex that I keep quiet. But I'm not going to keep quiet much longer when they turn around to tell me, the manager knows I'm not allowed to leave my house. All she says is, oh, I'm sorry your plumbing's broken. Guess what? I'm not going to budge, and I'm an oak tree. I'm putting the thing in. They tell me I got to remove the internet cable. They can kiss my ass. You know why? Because the internet company put the damn cable in. They're the one that ran it across the floor to take it up with the internet company. You don't take it up with me. And you want that? Then I'll do one up better, and I'll turn the fucking power off. That'll get rid of Chloe in an instant because she won't fucking live in a dark house. I will. I'll sit back and fucking wait fucking months. Or hell, years. I'll pay the rent every month if they don't want to recert me because, we're not reserting Rita because Chloe's gone. And we're not reserting Rita because she's a bitch and she turned off the electricity. Guess what? Doesn't say anywhere in the fucking lease. Like I talked to fucking 3 housing lawyers this morning. It doesn't say anywhere in the lease you have to fucking have electricity to live in an apartment. Yeah. I mean, literally, you cut out your fucking electricity, what are you going to do? You can fucking use a cooler and ice. Now, they say, oh, what do you do for food? You can go and eat out of food every day. You can go to the hot bar for $8 a day. You can fucking live. Anyway, look at it. You could survive with no, and the reason why they basically are forcing the Amish to have electricity is because they're like, oh, the Amish need stoves. The Amish use electric stoves. They're camp stoves. I mean, literally. And then they're now trying to tell the Amish that if you buy a house and you're Amish in Pennsylvania, you must use electricity. They're literally basically fighting tooth and nail. They'll keep the water closet running because they have to, with the water and the sewer, but they don't have to choose electricity. But the damn city's saying, it's unsanitary and unhealthy if you don't use it, I mean, literally, unsanitary? Oh, really? Well, what's unsanitary? Your apartment's dry, right? Well, let's just break it down. Your apartment's dry, right? It's unsanitary, right? Your apartment's dry, right? That they say, oh, it's unsanitary if you don't have electricity. No, it isn't. That's your way of saying that you want your pipes covered on the taxpayer, on someone's expense. That's a burden. I'm not allowing it. I can fucking turn off the electricity, stand back and say, oh, it's a hazard to live under. You can use the windows in daytime. Nighttime, you can run a battery lantern. Is there a problem with it? No. You see, you're not using any power, but it's not a fire hazard. You want a fire hazard. Look at Chloe. She doesn't care. Literally. The only place that fire would start would be fucking Chloe's room, but no one gives a shit. All they give a shit about is, oh, it's an undue burden. What's Higgins doing, isn't it? Yes, they're saying the cable across the floor is a fire hazard. Same with the surge protectors. Yeah. I mean, I could call you about it on the phone, but I'm on a rant right now. You should just let me rant. Everything's a burden. Literally a burden. Manager turns around, right? I've been deep cleaning the bathroom. You know what the problem is? Chloe. Chloe fucking doesn't care. As soon as fucking cleaning's done, she's done. She won't fucking follow through with anything. I'm tired of this and I'm done. I literally told my advocate today, I'm literally hoping a heart attack either kills me or a stroke because I don't want to be fucking around Chloe any longer. The fucking lying son of a bitch turns around and fucking does what she does. Oh, I'm special. You can't touch me because I'm a woman with a penis. Oh, really? Yeah, sheriff told me outside the other day that they won't touch Chloe because if they fucking even try to arrest her, she can claim that they groped her in the wrong place and throw in damn jail. I mean, literally, they're saying that the trannies are fighting back. Literally, they call them the trannies. I mean, think about it. Literally, Chloe's already called HUD and the USDA and a few other DOJ discrimination stuff because of the whole housing thing. I mean, literally, manager's only attacking because Chloe basically, I told the manager ahead of time, Chloe's going to do this. What happens? I get the brunt of it. I'm the main leaseholder. Well, I don't want to be the main leaseholder. I want her out of my fucking life, okay? Plain and simple. Thing is, no one fucking listens. Son of a bitch sits there and says, oh, well, I'm going to the store. What do you want? It's like Zoe and I. Zoe went and ordered a steak, right? I said, oh, I wouldn't mind a steak for dinner tonight. What Chloe comes back with lotto tickets. Doesn't come back with me. Just comes back alone. I mean, literally. Doesn't even fucking listen to me. I don't even fucking eat that good. I mean, last night I had what? Something cheap. I mean, literally. I'm to the point in my life where I'm tired of everyone freaking sitting there getting special treatment. That's the truth. Thing is that this video will go out circulation. Everyone knows that video will get out. When it does, people are going to be asking questions as usual, like why is the guy upstairs in a one person with a 2-bedroom? Literally, the management tried to say, oh, well, some people have special accommodations. Well, I have a letter for special accommodation. They told me to fuck off. Oh, it doesn't apply to me, but applies to the guy upstairs. You see? Favoritism. And then I got to sit here and listen to people turn around and tell me, you know what? My best bet is to see if fucking Dinky will take me to Texas because I don't want to deal with these fucking country wad holes that basically turn around and fucking do meth and then sit there and say, oh, look at that. I mean, is it wrong for me to say I'd rather have a heart attack or a stroke and die because fucking Chloe won't fucking shut her damn chili hole and won't let me live in peace? Yeah, well, apparently the point I'm saying is they say it's a fire hazard across the road. Dad said the same thing. Dad said they're idiots, but apparently there's cables all over around the floor that she caused. Some of them are unplugged, but apparently they're saying, that all these cables, I mean, literally. They're saying the Ethernet cable across the floor is a fire hazard. The thingamabob is a fire hazard. Give me 1 second, people. For once. Oh. So Dad emailed me. Apparently his internet's down for once. I said, oh, it makes sense. Oh. I think sense is E. Yeah. See, people sit there and they say, oh, you need a a smartphone because of texting. Give me 1 second. I gotta use the restroom. This is my restroom time. I'm almost done actually with this rant, but I'm not done completely. You see, we still got the issue about prepping, and we still got the issue of other issues, you see. Let's see, where's my... I saw a magazine the other day I was going to look at while I was sitting on the toilet. Here it is. Since my thing. Okay, sorry about that. Please give me a second, peeps. So I got to use the finish up here, but I have something to say. Okay, I'm back, peeps. Thanks for waiting. So Higgins will probably say something like, "Did you wash your hands?" Yes, I washed them twice. I used the soap that Pee Wee sent me. I was about to order some more of that soap. I'll take a bath, Vince. Look, tripping hazard or not, they didn't say anything about tripping hazard. They're just saying it's fire hazard, okay? Everything's a fire hazard, okay? Let me just tell you, there's a table. This table my computer's sitting on, right? I've measured from the wall to the heater to the pedestal or the stand of the thing, right? It's 12 inches. You would think 12 inches of heater would do it, right? No. Oh, it's a fire hazard. 12 inches is a fire hazard. One of the neighbors basically been here like 5 to 10 years. Okay, 5 to 10 years minimum. Her bed hasn't moved in that long, and it's 3 inches from the fucking heater. I'm not going to spill the beans who they are, but the manager wants to sit there, right? Let me tell you how stupid the freaking people are around here, okay? Not talking about my advocates. I'm talking about people in general, right? Like the management company. Oh, great. Higgins has to say something in. Oh, come on, you smart ass. I'm serious here tonight, Higgins. I'm fucking serious here, okay? So the manager turns around, right? Says, to my advocate, we have the owner, the wording is, and I'm going to basically get to the wording real quick, right? The wording is, list the things that she wants done in your apartment. See, first word, in my apartment, not. I guess they have new rules from the ownership. See, new rules from the ownership. So some of these requirements are new. Then I will come over, maybe with a volunteer, and we will help you get everything to code. The thing is I'm going to basically turn around and tell my advocate, who's probably watching this tomorrow evening, whatever, Tuesday evening, when I'm thinking of basically calling up the internet company right here and making a statement by saying I'm turning off the fucking power. Why? One, that'll get rid of Chloe, and two, it'll get rid of the management off my ass because the management will say, fire. Well, what if I turn the power off? Then what, huh? All right, I'm not allowed to use liquid lanterns. I'm not allowed to use propane lanterns. If I just turn the power off, it's to make a fucking statement. And that fucking statement says, I'm not tolerating people to tell me what I can and can't fucking do when it comes to fucking things. I mean, look, I've had emails from other people, saying, hey, you love your prepping videos. I mean, literally, they are literally telling us that we as in people cannot, I mean, look at Mama Fanny the other day. She was literally, it's like everything. Point is they allow freaking people to violate the law. They allow people to live here that's underpopulated. Manager told me the other day, well, if you get rid of Chloe, it's going to be underpopulation. I brought up the guy upstairs. She didn't want to budge. She's like, out, special occasion. Really? So if I submit my letter, it's not special occasion. I have to literally, this is a fucking thing. They're fucking playing favorites and they're discriminating. Literally, the manager sits there. What if I turn off the power? Huh? What do they do? You're evicted because you're living unsanitary. Really? I mean, does it say anywhere in the lease you must have power? No. If you turn power on once a year, it's just to fucking run your appliances to clean. What are they going to say? It's unsanitary. I mean, you leave your windows open for natural light. You can freaking clean everything with a bottle of Windex and whatever. I mean, literally, you don't need the freaking power for it. I mean, literally, think about it. If you turn everything off at the power and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not using it, and then only use it once a month, you're freaking saying you're still paying $51 plus whatever they're charging you. I mean, literally, they're charging like $6 a day or more for electricity. Sometimes $9 a day. I'm not paying that kind of money. And then they say, oh, it's mandatory to get a carpet cleaned. Really? That's funny because I just found out there's no carpet cleaning rentals here. And the carpet cleaning place on the island told me to fuck off because they're not fucking doing anything for the next fucking 6 months to 18 months. They're not taking any applications for new or current tenants. You're in an apartment, they're not doing it. Apparently, the coronavirus is destroying personal businesses. Oh, sorry, I just got dizzy. The stress. So we would say calm down, but the point is as I said, the only thing I have looking forward to me is death incarnate because frankly, I'm getting tired of these people literally wagging their fingers. I gotta do my tobacco real quick and see what they're saying, I have to close for. Seems I didn't open this one, so I gotta go find my key. Give me a second. Let me tell you how it is. Oh, I forgot to put my hard drive back in my safe. Oh, well, guess I'll have to do that today, won't I? I was so tired, I forgot my hard drive. See, my husband's hard drive, I saved my husband's hard drive, see? It's been sitting here for so long. His computer blew up, his hard drive was fine. So, it's been sitting in my safe. It's probably broken or fried anyways, but it's a memento. Because of the shaking in the safe, it probably was gone anyways. Where the hell's my key? That's the other thing. Chloe took my key again. Here it is. How it takes things. Then doesn't put it back. Okay, so let me tell you the story. So I love my advocates dearly. I'm not blaming them. But at times I'm blaming some people for being ignorant, okay? They don't have any sympathy or they don't have any moral compass, okay? Me and Zoe were talking about this. Back in the day, we had moral values, okay? People would mean something, right? I'm not allowed to leave my house. Plus, fact, the hot flashes are driving me nuts. So, anyways, let me just tell you. Let me tell you what's going on, all right? So, let me just tell you, okay? Chloe emailed. I emailed. We've done everything. Apparently, they don't take our insurance. Apparently, the group that does the eyeglasses will not, quote unquote, because I didn't email them. Because, Sis said, oh, email them to get back. Really? When they emailed me, they told me, no, we don't take your insurance. We don't take Chloe's insurance. Enough said. They said, if you want to get glasses, go through this place or that place. We're not helping. We're not helping any group that basically screws over us as in a whole. Like, the Lions Club, right? Lions Club died and have payment, They think this lady died or something suicidal due to the fact, apparently, of money laundering or something. I doubt it, Higgins. They say basically it is a connection charge. It's a connection charge. I mean, you want me to fucking read this to you again? It says, and I quote, service access charge. That's just to basically keep the power going in. Plain and simple. So it's a connection charge. Back in the day, they didn't have a connection charge. You see, you sitting there saying, oh, it could be a residential thing. I'm sweating. So thing is, it's a service charge to basically keep you connected. So if you use power or not, they just want, that's their new fee. It's not like, and then you say, oh, $51, really? And then right after the $51, they charge me $90. $90 for electricity. So apparently they're charging. I don't want you looking at my address and anything on my bill, but so they're charging me $4.64, the maximum per day. So if I just turned it off completely, I would be $200 richer, but it would also make a fucking statement to the management company that the heater is 12 inches. I've lived in many places where I've had 18-inch clearance, and, once in a great while, they'd complain about 18 inches. I mean, literally, how freaking far do you want it? You want it to be so it's, let me tell you what the management wants, okay? The management turned around, apparently told one of my connections that it's better for us fucking poor people to have nothing and like it than for us to fucking have have something that's just pissing them off and blocking the thing. Thing is the freaking people, there it goes. It's fucking chilly now. It's like every fucking morning this happens. And yet, I'm not allowed to take a bath, until Chloe gets one. And yet, I got to get Chloe up at approximately 5 so she can have a shower, So today's discussion, got to do my dip, like I said, is the fact that the management company is basically playing favorites and then telling us, oh, we can't do this, can't do that. I mean, they're saying we should get rid of our barbecue grill. They told Chloe this apparently because apparently we can't grill outside. We can't grill in the parking lot. It wouldn't be prudent. I mean, literally, can't use a fucking barbecue out there? What the fuck is the problem? What, you just want us to throw it away? And they're like, hey, look at this, free barbecue. The tenants had to throw out something. I mean, look. I mean, literally, my opinion is these fucking greedy son of a bitches want to fucking dictate every little fucking piece. And you know what? I don't live a tyrant dictating tin pot dictators that are managers. Literally, the manager would have enforced it a long time ago. But instead, oh, the preview ad just came out. Good. Let's see what they have for next week. Because Chloe's like, oh, I'll go to the store today. But so far in the meats, there's nothing. Pork butt. Oh, T-bones are on sale. That's about it. So, good old T-bones. Bacon's on sale again. I guess they're having a pork butt sale and bacon sale. So basically, you got to ask yourself. I know Zoe and I were talking about pricing and foods, but the thing is I'm not going to send Chloe all the way down to Safeway for steak. It wouldn't be prudent just to send her steak, but it would be prudent. The thing is, I'll tell you what's bothering me the most. Okay, I'll tell you what bothers me the most. Right, I'm trying to live on what I have and eat down some of the stuff so I can stop. Right, I've been eating stuff a little bit by little bit. The problem is Chloe won't touch anything except for what she wants, and it's got to be coming out of mine. So I took away my food card, my cash side, and now she's angry about it. But you know what? Thing is, you look at this, right? Look at this, for example, spare ribs, right? I could literally use some spare ribs, but what's the point? Chloe's like, oh yeah, I went to the hot bar for $20-some and got me a bang of ribs and wings. I'm sitting there going, you're going to run out of money by the end of the month because you can't fucking manage your money because you're going to hot bar. What did I do? I had to literally pay for a lunch today, cash, by the way, or breakfast, for Chloe to take care of a problem because it was the only way to get it done, right? And I'll get to that in a minute. So I took care of it. Now I just wait, right? I don't know what it is. I'm having hot flashes, Higgins. Okay, a woman like me has hot flashes. Sweat, cold, sweat, cold, sweat, Anyways, you're not a woman, so you don't know this. But anyways, let me just tell you the story, okay, people? So, I'm this close to turning the power off, literally, just completely turning it off and saying, you know what, you want to basically tell me it's unsanitary? Guess what? It doesn't say anywhere in the lease where you have to have electricity. If they put it in the lease, then you can turn around and say it's undue burden, just like the freaking management. I mean, look, let me tell you what I feel, okay? You know what's an undue burden? I'll tell you what a fucking undue burden is. An undue burden is someone who, let me tell you a whole story, okay? This will be a while. And Zoe loves my story. She always asks me for more on the phone. All right. And Zoe and I were joking about uh, the Badger food service today. And, because I sent it to Higgins. He's always a Badger. Right now, he's poking me, okay? So let me go all the way back to the beginning. Once upon a time. April of 2017. 6 years ago, almost. 6 years ago, I took Chloe in. Chloe claimed she was going to be homeless. Grandma and Grandpa was going to throw her out. She manipulated and she lied. Her mom was making up a room for her, but Chloe didn't want to live under rules, regulations. Her therapist said, don't do this. You're going to throw away what good you have here, and you're not going to get better. Chloe said, oh, I'll get better. Free mental health out there, free sex change, free everything. Come down here. Was good for 4 months, then showed her true colors. Started stealing. Started telling me I couldn't leave my home. Sister Shelley thumped her a few times verbally. I leave. Eventually, Sister Shelley left. We parted ways due to the fact that, but when my husband died, I looked for a companion, not someone who was controlling, but someone who would be a companion. Just, little things. It was good for 4 months, and the true colors showed. But what am I getting at? Well, I was happy being single. I realize that now. Chloe, she's a terror in 2 legs. I'll tell you, I want to go from county to county and tell you the story as it progresses. You see, as in Grant County, we're not going to sit here and say, because Reagan dumbasses, you can't really. Oh, the mental health system. Really, which mental health system, huh? Reagan says this. Reagan's full of shit. Reagan's truth's full of crap. Mental health system, no one cares. You see, thing is, no one cares. No one gives a care. Let me tell you how it goes for some of you. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay. Thank you for waiting. So, 6 years ago, once upon a time, she started with Grant Integrated Services. They wouldn't give her a letter for surgery. She wouldn't play the game. She kept suicidal threats, everything. At first, I didn't know what was going on, right? No one did. Eventually, she got an idea. She wanted to be hospitalized. So they sent her because for your hospitalization would get her surgery. She goes to the mental hospital. Major depressive disorder. Out the door she goes. 3 months later, she goes to another hospital. The second one's a little different than the first one. First one and the third one and the fourth one and all this, right? She's been to all the state evaluation treatment, right? Nothing. Plain and simple, nothing. Anyways, then she started having problems with Grant Integrated Services, and Grant said until she gets better or decides to get treatment, the only option they could choose is for me to look after her. Well, you know what? I'm not going to save them a repair bill. I'm going to challenge them. Because if I turn off the fucking heat, it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit what they want, Higgins. Now, I'm telling a story. So, then she went to Confluence. Place killed my husband. Literally, 3 appointments, 4 appointments, they kicked her out. They sent her to Grant. Why? Because the old psychiatrist or psychologist said she's borderline. Her mom said no, so they went on and on and on. Chloe still won't admit that she's borderline. Chloe's mom admits and keeps admitting she's autistic, and that's the autistic side of things. So, then, after that, and they tried to put her on Grant, she turned around. And what'd she do? From Grant Integrated Services, she said no. So then she decided to fire Confluence and Grant. They said, oh, you'll be back. From the emergency room sometimes. She's already been in 2 hospitals. They tried to set Grant up. We tried to do outpatient Confluence, but Confluence, mental health, and Medicaid don't mix. Apparently they have, So what happens? She goes to Columbia Valley Community Health Services. 2 appointments, out the door. Things that she said was too weird, right? Every time they put in her medical records, we will leave it to Rita to take care of, not the mental health, but Rita. Why? Because they didn't want to deal with Chloe. So think about it. They don't want to deal with Chloe. And this is in Grant County, Chelan, and Douglas. Am I getting to the point? Yes. Then what happens? Well, let's recap for a second. Grant, when she started, fired them. Confluence, fired them. Went back to Grant. She fired Grant, told him she was a dude. Columbia Valley Community Health, fired because they sent her to Grant. Catholic Charities. Answer, fired. Why? Well, they want you to get, the state taxi service wants you to go through the closest area, which is Grant. So she said, no, I'm going through you guys. They said, how? Simple. Grant treated her like crap. One of the Twinkie-eating, potato chip-loving hippies said, told me outright that Chloe isn't allowed there because of her violent outbursts, and that it's my job to take care of her. They literally dumped her on Chloe. Yeah. And then, coming out here, it's the same BS. Went to CMAR and Compass and other places, every mental place, through Psychology Today. You see, there's a website, right? You guys don't know about it. It's called Psychology Today. You can find it. You know what they say? 99% of them? We're not interested in dealing with people because we don't want to take your insurance, which is Medicare, Medicaid. So we don't take it. But if you have straight Medicare, sorry, we can't take that either because we're not going to get shafted. So a lot of people sit there, right? A lot of people sit there. And what happens? They get shafted. Literally, they get shafted. You have Medicare? Oh, we don't trust your insurance because they might not pay us $400 for an eye exam. So if you would kindly submit $400 for an eye exam, we'll kindly give you your eye exam. But then, we're sorry, your glasses will be $750 now because of inflation. I mean, literally, the guy wants the monopoly on the island. Okay, people don't see that. People sit there and say, "Oh, Rita, you're insane. You're schizophrenic. You're." I'm not. Actually, it's called common sense. It's called common sense, people. That's why they're freaking doing what they're doing. Yeah, pretty much. And then my family thinks that the problem is no one wants to deal with Chloe. Literally, Chloe can lie, Chloe can cheat, Chloe can steal, and the manager wants to put a burden on us. Oh, it's you must submit to the management. I'm not submitting to anything. That's like the Home Alone kid said. I'd rather kiss a toilet seat. Pretty much. Now, why? Now, let me just go through some of the comments. Pee Wee said, check out Timu. Thank you, Pee Wee. Teldor. I want to go through the comments for a second to calm down. No one gives a flying fuck about Reagan, the troll. Don't let people like you distract you in the hard work you've done for us preppers. Well, the problem is that's true, bud. You see, my prepping is going down the toilet. You see, I've tried to diversify by setting up prepping skills for apartment dwellers. But you know what? I'll tell you what the problem is for apartment dwellers. Teldor. And that is, they won't let us use, in case the power goes out with the window cracked, a camping stove to cook a pot of coffee. You're supposed to suffer. Everyone in the building is supposed to suffer. Yeah, pretty much. You can eat a can of Spam cold. That's about it by the manager's own standards. I mean, literally. So think about it that way, Teldor. I mean, think about it. Literally. Prepping in an apartment complex is too much. I mean, literally, manager would basically rather have a freaking generator for her and her parents than anyone else in the damn building. She'd have electricity. We wouldn't, you see? So what's the point of having electricity? It's just overpriced and overhyped. I mean, literally, power goes out, people are panicking, clothes panic. Really? I'm not worried. There's books, there's music, there's other things, right? Problem? I'll tell you the problem. Sometimes there's high winds, like this morning we had high winds. Yesterday, I should say. Didn't bother me whatsoever. But Chloe, she's worried about power going out because of her game. Yet, that's all she does, is her game. She doesn't do anything for the community, except for go to the grocery store and then buy what she wants at the hot bar, and then says, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" Let me tell you, someone sits there and says, Chloe's a freeloading mooch. Yes. I mean, look at it. Think of it this way. She heard I was getting, and I'll tell you guys the story again, okay, in a second. I know. Hopefully Melissa was watching this. You want me to go up the list, Higgins? I see everything that you posted. So, I know what he's talking about, smart ass. It's the comments of the videos after I've made it, you stinking turd nugget. So, literally, Teldor says, Reagan the troll, hardworking peeps, and, I want to answer that. Yeah, he's but at the same time, he's supporting someone who's useless, manipulative, and etc. I mean, think of it this way. Let me tell you the story, okay? So the other day I was on the phone to Mel. Panic, manager's like, oh, Chloe's panicked, right? Mel calmed me down. She literally said, oh, yeah, the thing is, I've talked to lawyers. I've talked to other lawyers. I've talked to Northwest Justice. I've done it all. While, I know Sister Mel's busy, so I don't expect her to pull a miracle, right? But I went and consulted with a person who's a lawyer in Ohio that checks laws for other states. He's a Mason. He's willing to help. Bud. And Bud said, look, the management company is violating people's rights. Huh? Really? I mean, look. The law states 2 persons to a 2-bedroom, 3 persons to a 3-bedroom, 2 people in a 1-bedroom, 2 to 5 people in a 2-bedroom, 3 to 7 people in a 3-bedroom, 4 to 9 people in a 4-bedroom. I even consulted with 3 different managers that I'm close with that are friends, including one who just was asking me to do her wedding out here from another management company, and not the one that manages this place. Her name's Lily. And Lily said that by law, they have to follow in Eastern Washington to the fucking letter. And yet they're letting a guy upstairs get away with it. It doesn't work, she said. Mary said the same thing. I mean, other managers I know said the same thing. I've talked to Sherry. I've talked to Shirley. I've talked to Arlene and Jim. They're friends of mine. I've been on the phone a lot today, off and on. I talked to Lindsay. I mean, literally, I have connections everywhere. You just don't make connections. You become friends with them. Some of them are gamers, so you game with them. And, that's when you can sit there and you can shoot the shit and say, hey, what do you make of this? And they will tell you like it is. They're like, look, you're basically different, so they're going after the different person. They're not going after someone who's religious, that their mattress might be 2.5 inches from the heater. No, they're going after you because you're different. And you're living with someone who's literally making threats and carrying them out. Literally, like, oh, my tub's not fixed. I'm calling the HUD and the DOJ and this and that and the other. She does too. She's apparently called Secret Service on my family. You know what? My family doesn't even want them around me. Chloe, I mean, I don't. Why? Steals, lies, cheats. Oh, what do you want for dinner? I got frozen pizzas. I got fresh cucumbers. I'm good. I asked time and time again. I wouldn't mind a vinaigrette salad dressing. I wouldn't mind a zesty Italian. Literally. Then, we're supposed to go shopping for our weekly groceries, but when you look at the groceries at Safeway, Chloe's like, well, I got to go for tobacco, but I don't need to go for food because, these prices are just too high. So I could live on ramen and mac and cheese for the entire month, and it wouldn't matter to me one bit. Why? Because I have it on hand. Problem is, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the fact that I got to put up with someone with temper. And then advocates tell me, Chloe gets out of hand, call 911, and I do. What happens? Nothing. I'm tired of living this way. So like I told Zoe, law enforcement, they literally said Chloe can freaking burn down a building and they charge her. But if she burns a flag right in the middle of the street, it's her God-given right. They can't touch her. It's any flag in the country or world. She makes empty threats, but those threats are considered first rights amendments. But if I made a threat, I'd go to jail. You see, they don't want to touch Chloe. They're looking at all and every way to get out of it, right? Manager says, oh, unless Chloe goes to jail, there's nothing that can be done. Literally. So, shall we continue with the next comment? Watching a few of my favorite prepping videos, and have to say Rita is 100% correct about Kevin McCarthy. Spot on. He's just another pecker-wooded dipshit. I agree with Rita's political. Yeah, he is. I mean, literally, he wants to pass things that they can go after frickin' Biden. What type of fucking Republican Party do you want running the House of Representatives when they just want to go after everyone because they want to politically motivate and fire up the base so they can get Trump back in? I mean, sorry to say. I mean, literally, this is just basically tit for tat. And they're going to basically destroy their own party within. Eventually, no one's going to vote Republican ever again because of it. I was telling Zoe, I see it coming. I see it literally coming. I mean, look, a lot of preppers out there have messaged me, asking me, what's the point of prepping anymore? We don't have a civil war like they're talking about. Oh, we want to arm ourselves and overthrow the government. Really? That didn't happen after the election. They talked about it. They talked about their red wave. Higgins is like, oh, it's going to be a red wave. Where's the red wave, Higgins? Then people accuse me of being a leftist, a left wing. No, I don't want any party in office, literally. I want a party that's young, energetic, and can get the job done. Not some old people basically sitting there with 30, 40 years behind their belts, using it as a political motivation to keep going. If I hit the Mega Millions, I would buy the rights to this channel. I would keep Rita as the administrator, one of the best commentators in YouTube. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. If anyone wants to donate, my About Me page is on my YouTube. You can donate gift cards, because I do this video for you guys. I do it as a hobby. I get emails saying, that people, the preppers, some of them that did the prepping videos for an extra income, they're not making anything anymore because no one believes in the preppers. I mean, think of it. What are you prepping for? Natural disasters. We live in a tsunami and earthquake zone. Mount Baker, Mount Rainier blows, we're screwed. Otherwise, I mean, literally, they say 1,000 square miles and Mount Bighorn blows. That's the volcano at Yellowstone. We're screwed. I mean, literally, it'd be like, pretty bad, right? Temperatures would drop. It'd be worse than a nuclear explosion. But yeah, my channel's set up just in case for Civil War. Banking collapse, people say, the Federal Reserve's not happy with what's going on. You know what? I'll tell you my political beliefs on the Federal Reserve, okay? You see, the Federal Reserve doesn't like Biden. Jerome Powell is a Republican. And he wants to cripple this country to give it to the Republicans. But the Republicans are destroying themselves from within. So, Teldor says, your political is spot on. Think about it. They're destroying themselves within. Even you can look at it from the Federal Reserve. They think that the unemployment is still so low that if they basically raise the interest rates, there'll be more unemployed. And they can say, see, unemployed, we have to fight unemployment now because Republicans can't get a chance in House and Senate. No, they're doing it just to make a statement. I mean, literally, and that is downright wrong, literally. I mean, we spent $1.7 trillion. What is it? $500 billion is something is supposed to go to Ukraine. Do we support Ukraine? No, I don't support it because think of it. The taxpayers have to be the burden of it. Literally. It's like the other day, Zoe and I were talking about subsidized housing, right? Government, in Russia, in China, the housing's owned by the government. The government says what you can and can't do. And if pipes are frozen, it's not their job to fix it. I mean, literally, they make it so lax over there, that some people don't have electricity for years. Some have no water for years. Russians and Chinese are like, Vietnamese is a communist country. Same with Cuba. Some places like Venezuela. I mean, look at it. We can't just keep rubber stamping bills that we don't understand about. I mean, look, let me tell you this. The other day, I was talking to someone about the Violence Against Women's Act. They can't enforce it. Literally, a Violence Against Women's Act. They can't enforce the VAWA because you have to arrest people now because the VAWA is not enforced. So Zoe and I were talking the other day. Restraining order? How do you put a restraining order on someone? It doesn't work. I mean, what is Chloe doing, huh? Threatening other people. Literally, think of what Zoe said the other day. Zoe and I were joking about time vampires, right? We were talking about Chloe. She won't do anything if I'm on YouTube. But if I'm fucking sitting on my game, she'll come out with bags and bags and go through these clothes and on game. And she's like, oh, but if I'm on the phone with Zoe or Higgins or Poppy, she won't do anything. She doesn't want me on the phone. That's why she's been confiscating the phone, you see? Literally. Okay, so let's continue. Teldor says, I hope the hell you don't get evicted. This is my favorite prepping channel. Well, the thing is, the point is, I speak the truth, and the truth hurts. People don't like it. People don't like watching my channel. They don't want to basically know that the guy upstairs basically is bragging that he conned the state to pay him an electric chair so he can put out there and have a cigarette. If you have COPD, then you basically should stop the cancer sticks. My mother died of COPD. The state didn't want to give her a lift chair, a power chair, and anything else. They had to because, her insurance covered it because of it, but she brought it upon herself. But my mom also killed her liver. Me, I won't kill my liver. I'll drink very little. The other day, I wanted to try the Imperial Stout, but you know what? Chloe said no. Okay, cool. Why? Well, I have other purchases I have to make this year. My budget planners have shipped. Chloe wanted black. I wanted the color of my coffee pot over there. And yet, I came up with some new ideas too for Chloe. I shared with her some ideas. I asked, why is this fucking going up again? Let's see. Teldor says, and Pee Wee and stuff. But the point I'm making is these are comments that are on offline videos. Offline videos like the Timu, Pee Wee still watches. But at the same time, I've lost 4 subscribers, more likely for political reasons. But again, no one cares. No one cares if I lose things, I mean, literally. And let me tell you something that bothers me to no end, okay? All right. You see, as a woman, if I could budget properly without Chloe fucking stealing, I could get my glasses. Chloe can too without asking for help. That's the thing. We don't need help with glasses. We can get glasses, but they won't take the insurance for the eye exam. Why? Because they don't want to do it. They think that people with this insurance, the insurance company won't pay. I mean, look at Mother Pee Wee. Look at Mother Fanny. I think it was Pee Wee that said it best that, they don't, Medicare and Medicaid patients are getting shit on. Look at Higgins. I could defend Higgins, okay? He goes, oh, I got fired from my doctor. Maybe your doctor doesn't want to be pushed for you to demand for SSDI or written a letter for SSDI, so she's to fuck it. Or maybe it's because she's not getting paid enough from the state. I mean, literally, you got to ask yourself, the state's paying $10 for your appointment, and she wants $400, which she's entitled to because of her license and her college degree and university degrees, and she's entitled to $400 an hour. But if they give $10, no. I mean, look at Medicaid. People are cutting Medicaid out and Medicare out. Transgendered people, they're not getting surgeries. Why? Oh, well, they're not getting it. It's because the doctor wants on the insurance plan $40,000 for a pair of breast implants, and yet they want to give $500. Or if you want a sex change and get rid of your privates down below, they want $1,000. They want to pay $1,000, whereas the insurance company wants $300,000 or charge $300 or $500 or $1 million. And then my surgery to correct myself was almost $1 million after surgery, 2 weeks in the hospital. I literally had to appeal it through insurance to get it covered under certain grounds, and they covered it, but they don't want to cover it for many. Why? It's because of pricing. Plain and simple. The pricing is the fucking problem. I mean, look at it this way. Okay, my advocate, I'll tell you a story about Mel. Mel made a joke the other day saying, oh, your bed's a piece of junk. No, the mattress is a piece of junk. I mean, literally, you move the bed, you might not ever get it up. I can't move a 600-pound sofa. Me and Chloe had a bitch of a time getting it downstairs, and it'd be a bitch to move it upstairs again. And yet, excuse me while I use the bathroom real quick because I'm not done with the story. You see, when it comes to moving out here, right? The police in Moses Lake and the mental health systems all wanted to say I was the problem. But the truth is, if you get the records, Chloe was the problem. They just don't want to deal with Chloe. You see. So what happens? They dump it on me. Your old mom's dumped it on me. Give Chloe a gift card for Christmas, birthdays, holidays. That's it. And then let Rita deal with it. Chloe can't even make a decision on anything. Let her. She needs a group home. That's what people say, okay? People say that. But a group home is only for people that can't take care of themselves. Chloe can cook. Chloe cooks, but Chloe's lazy, pretty much. Why? Well, Chloe only thinks about herself. Think of it this way. She didn't get on the phone and say, oh, do you want some of the hot bar? No, I don't. Why? Because hot bar food sucks and it could cause more problems, probably processed mostly. Now, I don't mind a good rack of ribs, but as Zoe said, you got to watch out for your red meat. But there's doctors out there saying, oh, you need only 3 ounces of red meat a week. Then what are you supposed to eat for the rest of the time, huh? Think about it. And then on top of that, when we came out here, same thing happens with Compass Health, right? Compass Health. They want to blame me for the problems every time. Chloe, of course, I'll tell you what Chloe is. Chloe's a needy person who thinks that I should be at her appointments. Chloe stands in the background sometimes when I'm at my therapist appointments. But they don't, like the one day we had that lady here that Reagan was nagging about. She didn't want to be here because, frankly, the dog. 2, I'm sitting right here. And Chloe's basically telling her what she wants. And the lady's like, oh, no, you have to do it our way. And then they duke it back and forth. And guess what happens? Chloe says, I'm not going through an IOP program because all you want to do is medicate problems and medicate, make me a zombie and everything. So look, Zoe and I talked about mental health. The mental health system's broken. You think you can medicate people. Yeah, medications don't work. Literally. Think about it. My husband was on antipsychotics. They didn't say, oh, by the way, the antipsychotics will kill you. No, they just gave it to him and didn't tell him. Then he died. And then the coroner says, oh, yeah, he died because the antipsychotics caused heart disease, which the heart doctor didn't pick up on. So, so you got all these things that they don't want to deal with Chloe. So they dump Chloe's mom, Chloe's dad, Chloe's grandpa, Chloe's grandmother. They all dump them on me, right? Dumps them on me. Doesn't dump them on anyone else. So when I do a YouTube channel, I do it as a diversity for basically saying, should we do cooking videos? Because think about it. When they say, I'll tell you, for example, right? My advocate Mel said, they're thinking of not removing Chloe from the list. Thinking or doing are 2 different things. I'm tired of people saying thinking and doing. I don't want her here. I don't want to live in a pig slop. I made arrangements. I've done the bathroom again. The only thing I can't do is the floors because Chloe's got fucking pots and pans that she won't fucking move. Oh, I'll move them as soon as you go through those bags of clothes, but you got to be off of YouTube and you got to be off of the phone with Zoe. Zoe's taking too much of your time. Zoe's a time vampire. Higgins is a time vampire. Poppy's a time vampire. Really? And Poppy tonight saying, hey, I tried calling you. And he says, oh, the internet's down. Phone service is down. He uses a VoIP. His VoIP's down because his internet's down. Why he uses UMA? UMA's down. Well, good for you. He brags he pays like $3 a month for UMA. Well, good for you, Pops. And then every 3 to 5 years, he'll replace his UMA device with something else, I mean, literally. So to me, it's, let me tell you a story, okay, today. right? So this morning I was on the phone with Zoe, and Zoe and I were talking, right? And then Zoe went for a walk, and then Zoe came back, right? From her walk, we talked again. I literally had to send Chloe down to the courthouse multiple times to get out of jury duty because I don't believe in jury duty, you know. So basically, what I'm doing is so then, you know, my advocate, who I love dearly, is a sister, says, uh, you know, the manager's got new rules. No, they're making up rules as they go. They only want to enforce it on some people and not enforce it on others. Think about it, literally. And I hear this all the frickin' time. Literally. You know. And so, you know, you look at this, for example, and you know, so I got jury duty, right? So Chloe finally said, I'm going to tell the lady because they said I had February to get everything in. And guess what? I'm going to unregister to vote so I don't have these fucking peckerwoods telling me that I have to vote because I have to do jury duty, which they don't pay a damn dime for jury duty. And I'm not fit for jury duty. I had a therapist write a letter today. She said, you're not fit for jury duty. Thing is these people think I'm fit for jury duty. I mean, literally. The thing is I'm not fit for jury duty. I submitted my letter from 3 different counties, and they said it doesn't apply up here. Really? So they're trying to force me to jury duty when it's literally crap. They asked Chloe, oh, well, what if we call you for jury duty? Chloe said, good luck. I'm fucking still registered in Arizona, and if they do give me jury duty and I never reported, well, oh, well, what are they going to do? They could check me out, find out I have a bill up here, and they could say I'm living here, but I ain't changing my driver's license. So all she's got to do is basically tell them to turn off her voting thingy. But no, what happened won't happen. Wouldn't be prudent, right? Think about it. Think about it. That's the truth. Truth in the pudding, right? And so what happens? There you go. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I mean, literally. Literally, plain and simple. You see, I have to deal with not only jury duty, but I got to deal with the manager who basically tells the advocate, who I love dearly as a sister, she's an adopted sister, who says, oh, we have new rules. No, those are rules that she's making up as she goes. Literally, think about it, think inside the box. Literally. When you're a prepper, you see this thing coming a mile away. You got freaking one lady that supposedly keeps getting delayed on court records, going to jail or something. They're like, oh, they're going to jail for like, really? And then you got other people messaging me on Twitter and Instagram and other social media and emails saying the manager and her parents, who are the repairmen, are on meth. Wouldn't surprise me, but you know what? That's just hearsay. Until we have concrete proof, it's hearsay. But people sit there and say, oh, it's only hearsay, Rita, about people dumping it. No, the truth is, you can ask Poppy the same question. No one wants to deal with Chloe. Literally, no one fucking wants to deal with it. With the VAWA not enforced, you can't. Everyone said they can't touch Chloe. Yeah, I mean, literally, if you're an unpassable man who's becoming a woman, you have more rights than a freaking genetic woman. literally. And that is one reason why I was telling Zoe that I'm against the trans community. I mean, literally, you're borderline, you're bipolar, you're transgendered. Oh, well, guess what? You're literally untouchable. Yeah. I hate it. I hate it to death. And yet, I love all of you. And you guys need to know, thing is, why am I doing this? To tell you. Story goes, when we moved down here, Compass did the same damn thing. Again, in the mental hospital did all those things and dumped Chloe. Why? Because they want Chloe to be under someone like me. Oh, I like Zoe said, I should be paid to take care of Chloe. You know what? I'll tell you what really was funny, okay? Zoe thinks it's awesome they're offering help with glasses. The truth is, the glasses company doesn't want to take the insurance. Plain and simple. Why? Because they won't. And yet, same time, you turn around and you get shit on when it comes to people saying stuff like, oh, it's Chloe, let Rita deal with it. Oh, call 911. I call. You know what? Police don't do shit. Oh, First Rights Amendment, Second Rights Amendment, Fifth Rights Amendment, Ninth Rights Amendment. The sheriff quotes the fucking amendments in the Constitution. And then he walks away and says, oh, there's nothing there. Which reminds me, I need to check on the police blog real quick. So you go to San Juan County newspaper, right? I haven't been there since 12/23, so national workforce shortages, strained public services, ferries, and healthcare. Really? Wow. Crime stats. I'd like to see the crime stats. So apparently they haven't updated the sheriff's blog yet again. Theft, assault. So let me see this. Public Works. "51 arrests, 68 offensive charges. Breakdown offenses encompasses in a 2021." Oh, see, in response to questions from the sheriff said, plans to meet with Safe San Juans. Compass Health, they're useless as turds on a, they're tick turds. The Victim Service Unit and the Family Resource Center in response to domestic violence. Really, what's the Family Resource Center do for violence and sexual assault cases? Changes in drug laws raise possible concerns for law enforcement, but that's that. Fully supported new restrictions of use of force. Yeah. So they're told they got to defuse the situation first. Let me see. This is 27th of the 3rd. So suicide EMS. Yeah, they don't have much, you see. Vandalism. Theft of auto parts. December 29th. Taking up their evaluation for suicide, you see. unconscious person, unwanted person, trespass. So apparently, until the hospital got assaulted, 2 people, mental health issue, 2 individuals were contacted. The incident was documented. That was what, 10 o'clock at night? 10 o'clock at night, yeah. Mental health issue. The 2 individuals were contacted. The incident was documented. Yeah, that was Thursday? Huh. Hold on. Damn it. I hate when the mouse scrolls this. I was almost done, too. Fireworks, okay. Burglary. All right. Hmm. Hmm. That's it. So, there's nothing new yet on the police blog. So, but still, point being is, I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. Anyways, my point being is, so my advocate tells me, oh, we'll get rid of your bed, put in a new one, right? It's fine and dandy, but I'm not budging on the plugs. That's the thing. I'm leaving the plugs where they are. That's where I draw the line. If they don't like it, then kiss my ass. Because frankly, that's as far as it's going. They want this table moved? Fine. But the table's been sitting here for 4 years the way it is. Fire hazard, my ass. You see, what they claim is a fire hazard. What's next? 2 feet's not good enough. You need to move it 6. I mean, literally, what the fuck is the problem with these people? You turn off the power, then they're like, oh, well, I don't use the power. I don't use the bedroom, my office. I turned off the heater in both rooms because it says bedroom heaters. If that doesn't basically say something about me, I mean, literally, they didn't question it, they didn't do anything, but oh no, I mean, literally, you know. So, point being is, look at the advocates, right? They're saying, oh, that's a tripping hazard. I don't care if it's a tripping hazard. It's my home. If they're gonna fucking sit here in my home, then they can fucking they can't dictate. I pay the rent. I pay rent. They fucking leave me alone. All I want is to be left the fuck alone, including but not limited to having not Chloe around me either. I mean, look, Chloe's sleeping. I'm up. You see where I'm going with this? I'm happy. I'll get on my game for a couple hours until freaking till 5. Then I wake Chloe up. And then, Chloe and I have to go through the Safeway ad for tomorrow. Do I see anything that's interesting? Let's see. Well, she wants to change the dates yet again. Oh yeah, exactly. I did, but the Higgins, they literally, thing is it doesn't say anywhere in the lease. I've looked it up. They say you gotta keep the place clean, okay, but The heater thing, no. I mean, literally, the heater thing, I mean, it's just a bunch of wonky bastards literally sitting there saying, oh, you got to follow this. Or, they're sitting probably enjoying themselves with a generator or portable heaters or whatever during the power outage. But here, you can't use a kerosene heater. You can't use an emergency generator. You can't, if I had jackeries all along the wall, they'd fucking sit there and say, oh, well, that's against the rules because, it's not right. But, the thing is, you're completely right. Where is it in the lease? The advocate stated, and I quote, new rules the owners implying. New rules. Let me just show you just a little bit of the email, okay? This is what this is what they said, see? See, this is what she says. See? I'm posting that on the screen for you all. And then she says, see, I'm sharing this with you because some of these requirements are new. I'm not sharing you the whole email, So, see, some of these requirements are new. See? Literally new. They're just basically coming up with stuff as they go. Yeah. I should send a copy of the email to Higgins, the entire email, contents of my reply. See, I'm going to send Higgins 2 emails, or 1. All right, so go this. See, Higgins can tell me if I did right or wrong here. There we go. Send this to Higgins. So I sent it to Higgins. And I'll see what he's got to say to this. If they can't show you on your lease that you signed at the time where it states the things they are saying, tell them to go bark at the moon. I already did, but you know what? The thing is we don't know what the hell's going to happen. I just sent you an email reply to that, and I can even email you what I said to my advocate. I'll even read it to you. First, when she said the whole thing about that, I gave him in the whole context of the email to Higgins so he understands. Zoe doesn't understand, so I'll tell you what I wrote, okay? Give me a minute. It says, my reply to Mel. I hope you brought up the power to the heaters is off to the bedrooms from the breaker box. You see, that, turned off, so it's not firing. And in my opinion, after consulting with a few people, including Northwest Justice, internet cable was installed by Rock Island. So the cable across the floor is pretty much proved by the first manager, Jessica. As for the power plug, the multi-tap surge protectors are fine. They can have certain issues done, but after looking over a few things, the clearance in my current bed is 12 inches from the heater. The table I measured is 12 to 24 inches from the heater, give or take by the legs. So in my opinion, before I will submit or comply to any of the manager's lists, I will and been told to let Northwest Justice know. Currently, they're looking into all before I agree to the lists. I need a copy, and I'll be sending a copy to them to look over the new demands or rules by the owners. Second, if it's not the lease, if it's not in the lease, see, Higgins was just bringing this up, right? If it's not in the lease, it doesn't exist. And it's an undue burdens, as Northwest Justice has said, so they want to see it once it comes up. And last but not least, I'm more interested in your report and how the manager will get rid of Chloe. I have said time and time again, I do not want her here. My family is about to pack me up and move me somewhere else. They're tired of this and I do not want her here. My blood pressure is nearly stroke and heart attack levels, and yet I'm told to deal with it. I'm 100% done. I do not want this anymore. It's simple, see? I don't want to live with Chloe any longer, and I'm about to decide to put my stuff in storage and just be homeless to get away from her. I do not want her here. Also, the manager breaks all the laws anyways, giving a 2-bedroom to a single people. They violate the law and they demand other tenants to submit to their will. They don't care, as others say. I could pass away tomorrow for too much stress. It wouldn't affect them at all. I want peace and quiet, and I do not want Chloe here. Before I agree to the manager's terms, I want to see it. And 2, before I agree to it, I am not living with a Chloe. I might just refuse to research my lease with her here. The only thing I'm got going for me is I have a heart attack or stroke. It might be a blessing because I can be with my husband again and do not want to be around Chloe. Chloe's a mentally ill person, needy and narcissistic person, borderline, and who has me and latches on. She burned all her other bridges, and I'm not her mother, and I'm done with the stress and her drama. I do not want her here. Chloe needs a group home. She cannot take care of herself except cook for herself. Everything else she cannot clean, and she prefers to spend money, steals from people, and gets away with it. My victim's advocate from Chicago has said what people are doing is allowing for Chloe is to slowly kill me through stress because no one wants to deal with her. No one. She refuses mental health, and I refuse to live with her. Yet my advocates said you cannot put a restraining order against her. And second is my advocate in Chicago has found out, Chloe has violated the laws so many times. Sheriff looks the other way because Chloe is transgender. That's true. Pre-op. They mess up. Chloe sues them. So my advocates can help me out by giving me guidance. She also is working and looking over laws with others in the state of undue burdens. To tell me to move my bed more because it's 12 inches from the heater, I can turn off the power completely to the heater from the breaker, and then it's not, in their opinion, a fire hazard. Heck, I was told the advocate, the law is I can live in an apartment with no power as I can claim Amish. The toilet works and lanterns give light, so to them they would claim the heater has to be on to protect the pipes. I'm sorry, but my religious freedom trumps their pipes. To have heat when one cannot afford it as well as an undue financial burden. People lose power because their bills are too high. They don't complain. Managers, when the people have no power and it's not a fire hazard. So many options going through my head, so much stress, so much to ponder. I will get back to you soon once I have my coffee. I got an idea. Rita Lee, P.S. Took me 45 minutes to type this email out to you. There you go. So, plain and simple. So, we need to see what Higgins has got to say. I mean, literally, this is what I'm feeling. People don't realize that, And yes, literally, there's people out there that see Chloe is basically the problem, yet no one wants to deal with it. I mean, literally, Chloe says, what about my glasses? I need glasses. Then go off island and get fucking glasses. Budget it. That's what a budget planner's for. I mean, to rely on other people so you can get a free handout is wrong. I mean, look, my advocates, okay, I got to use the restroom. My advocates don't realize, okay, that I don't like asking for help. I don't. I'd rather suffer and eat mac and cheese for a month than ask for help. I mean, literally. I mean, oh, we can get you a new bed. You may get me a new bed, but do I want a new bed? No. I mean, literally, what's wrong with a mattress with freaking springs popping out as long as it still works? Oh, we need to get you a box spring, a mattress, and a frame. It's not your job to get me a box spring, a mattress, and a frame. I mean, look, you're saying you offered to get me glasses. Fine, but they're not going to deal with me. For some reason, they don't want to deal with either me because I have a service dog, or B, they just don't want to deal with me because apparently the Lions Club didn't pay the last bill. So apparently, what does that tell you? Give me a second. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, peeps, I'm back. Let me get one more cup of coffee and then I'm out of here, you know. So, anyways, I'm waiting to see what Higgins has to say. I sent him an email, you know. I guess he's read it, probably being a grammar Nazi again, you know. Oh, well, you know, you shouldn't do it. I want to see what he says, you know. You know. Anyways, I'm getting a point in my life where I'm just too damn tired, you know. You see, the advocate needs to realize, okay, that I've contacted everyone on my own inside system, and they're all saying, including former managers of the management company that manages this place, because they were changed over to a different management company, that literally what's going on is a violation of people's rights. Literally, they can't prove it on the lease, so it doesn't exist. So they come up with this, oh, there's new rules. Thing is, what is new rules? You know. Anyways, hopefully Higgins is zooming out or whatever. I, on the other hand, I'm tired, so I'd like to get moving along anyways to go. But, you know, the point is the rant is it a burden? Yes. I mean, literally, they're literally, oh, the manager wants to preserve my tenancy. Really? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, look at the other tenants. They're not inspecting them. They're just going after us, me and Chloe. Now, if Chloe wasn't around, they still go after me because they can, because they want to, because it's them. I mean, literally, you shut the thing off the power. I mean, literally, it doesn't say anywhere in the lease you need to have electricity. Yeah. I guess they have new rules from the ownership, so some of these requirements are new. Yeah, but the thing is that they can't implement it, you know. Two concussions. I'm healing. Yeah, well, you got my reply, so what do you think? I mean, did I do right? Did I do wrong, Higgins? Did I say so much? I should also send you something else. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, well, what do you think? I know Teldor might post something about it. What do you think, Teldor? I know you're watching this later and being like my favorite. I mean, literally, manager won't let us fucking use a butane stove, a generator. They claim everything is a fire hazard. I mean, literally, what more does these people want? You know. Now I'm waiting for Higgins, Teldor, because frankly, I mean, my advocates are great. I can't find anything wrong with my advocates, right? I can't. The problem is my advocates, who I love dearly as family, needs to realize that the stress level is through the roof. I mean, literally. They can't force rules on someone they never signed if not written the lease. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. There's these new rules. So unless they're basically waiting for the research, I mean, literally, these new rules. I mean, exactly. That's the thing. Exactly. I mean, to say, oh, this is a fire hazard, and that's fire. Really, really. Everything you own in a home is a fire hazard, one way or another. The dishwasher is a fire hazard. Really, that's interesting to know. The dishwasher. Now they want you to, buy a new lease. You can't have a dishwasher. I mean, literally. I mean, literally. And to me, let me tell you what upsets me the most. Okay. I love everyone. I'm not one of these people that sit there and I hate people. No, I just like certain people like Chloe. But at the same time, it's not my advocate's job to turn around and offer in the email. I sent Higgins the whole email about, yeah. If you notice, the advocate says in one of her emails, she says, I talked to the manager so we get a list of things she wants done in your apartment. A list, which means they're coming up with a list, which means they're making it up. I guess they have new rules from the ownership, so some of these requirements are new. Yeah, but new rules means you got to sign a new lease. Then I will come over, maybe, with a volunteer. Maybe. See, she says maybe. And we will help you get everything to code. Maybe. See, the word is maybe. And then she says the manager is not losing housing. You're really, I know when you're back in the list. Really. So basically, that's the thing. Maybe. You see, the place could be, if Chloe got off her lazy ass and didn't fucking jack off like a man, we wouldn't have this fucking problem. We would have this place done. I mean, literally. What did she do yesterday? Phone calls. Oh, I called the hormone doctor because I need my hormones. I called the puppy land and they said I have to go to Seattle to see the puppies. And they have a monthly plan, $200 to $400 depending. Why not just go down there, find out what they cost, a general idea, and then freaking do it? Or just basically sit there and make arrangements, right? Like, I'm going to go look at the newspaper, right? Right? Dogs, classifieds, right? Classifieds. Display, 200. German short haired, beautiful Papillon puppies. Don't want a Papillon. Pomsky, $1,100. You see that? That's right there. You can save $1,100. Standard lab, or Well, go to hunt truffle dogs. I don't want to. Australian puppies, miniature schnauzer, right? 1,600. Oh wow, 1,600. Biwur terriers, right? Not necessarily golden doodles. See, if they don't show a price, you don't buy them. Farm raised golden doodles, right? And then there's labradoodles, right? So if you look at this, 2,900. You see, a dog for 2,900, 600 for golden doodles. 600 ain't bad. I can afford that. Bichon Frise. Cockapoos. See, they're going by alphabetical. Double doodles, golden doodles. Cocker spaniels. Aussie doodles. Labrador retriever pups. Augie puppies. Half mini Aussie, half corgis. Yeah, I bet you they're expensive. This is baby Bichon Frizzies. They're cute. They're like in a little chair. This is a golden doodle. Again, they want $1,500 because they think this one is $1,000 for a Augie puppies. They look cute though, but still, I'm not interested in an Augie puppy. Retrievers, schnauzers, cockapoos, Labradors, white German shepherds, English labs, border collies, labs, papillons, hunters, chocolates, Yorkies, golden doodles, Labradors, Shih Tzus. See, Shih Tzus, you know. We asked about when they would have Havanese, right? Nothing. $300 for 2-month-old puppies, first shots, 3 female, 2 male, located in Grandview. Baby Shih Tzus, $300. You see? So, you know, you don't even know if they're purebred. They're just like 300. There's no papers, that's why. So, you know, but they're claiming the Shih Tzu. So, but anyways, Higgins is like, oh, wait, you know. Let's see. Higgins says, sounds like what's her name? Melissa says they will come over and get things to their imaginary codes and not to worry. I was thinking if the bed being so far from the heater is an issue, then maybe they buy you a new bed and frame that will fill better and haul to him. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, here's the problem. Okay. Well, you're completely right. Mel basically said she'd buy a new bed, but is it her responsibility? No. The thing is it's not her responsibility. The thing is, I could buy the damn bed myself if they fucking move their ass on it. Unfortunately, if they don't move their ass on it, I run out of money because Chloe's going to fucking try to steal my money in my card, which I won't give her. So in the meantime, I'm looking at other items to purchase. You see, I'm getting ready to share with you a couple ideas that I came down the list. Higgins knows about this, Zoe doesn't. Zoe's, she was like, oh, no, you know. Anyways, I got a couple things I want to share with you guys. 5 links on stuff that I was looking at purchasing for, you know. But the thing is, right, if you had someone pull the old couch out, right, and the old mattress out, you still got to dispose of it. The management lease says it's $50 per furniture piece to dispose to the dump. They don't take care of the bill. You take care of it. So even if you live outside, they have to take it to the dump. So technically, it's on your expense. So the management company, you know, let me put it this way. Let me tell you what I think of my advocate, okay? I love her dearly. She works too hard. I understand that. She's got a lot of patients and clients. That's understandable, Higgins. But to have someone say last June that they would replace the door that Chloe put a hole in it to keep tenancy, door's still there. Management company won't get off their lazy ass to go price a door out. Literally, I could basically take a picture and Chloe could probably buy the damn door and install it herself. But no, the management needs it because they have to make a fucking penny on it. You know, they have to charge to install the damn door. That's the fucking problem. If we did it ourselves, then it takes away from them making a payment. Let me put it this way, okay? The bed is 12 inches. See, there's the bed, right? The corner, right? Measuring it, it's 12 inches. They're afraid the blanket's going to set on fire. Yeah, the blanket's going to set on fire. Let me show you. And then, right? Then on top of that, Higgins, I think down here, see the cables? That's a fire hazard, including the multi-tap. See, and then they say this is a fire hazard because it's 12 inches from the heater, 12 to 24. It's 24 inches from here, but it's 12 inches from the first two there. So you do the math. I'll look at your comment in a second. I gotta go use the bathroom. No, they said they would basically come in and buy a new bed. They didn't say anything in the email, hypothetically, about removing the crap. Okay, let me just get to the toilet. I'll be right back, and then we're going to talk about something else for a second. Higgins will probably say something about, uh, I don't know, washing my hands. I did. I washed it like 10 times. I got to change my underwear and socks eventually. No, I don't. The thing is this thing here shouldn't be fucking a problem. I mean, look, we have one plugged in there. We got another one plugged in there. We have the fucking black cable, which is the Ethernet cable. And we got the fucking white cable that plugs into the wall. And half the plugs don't fucking work. So you do the math, Higgins. If they don't work, the management company fucking... Ugh. I'm almost done with what I'm doing. Mine doesn't get there. I don't know what the hell they're complaining about. That's the problem, Higgs. Anyways. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, they're worried more. They're worried about the cables. They're worried about the baseboard. If you turn off the baseboard, they're worried about the pipes freezing. You see? Okay, so let's just get to these 5 tabs. We're going to close this because I'm not done. I have something to share with you all. So I'm thinking of buying something like this. Okay. Of course, Chloe likes the idea. Zoe thinks I need a whiteboard, like a 24 by 36 whiteboard. But I was looking at this. You see this? It's a grocery list notepad, 60 removable pages. Chloe likes this idea, and at $9.99, you can't complain. So, see this? Produce, meats and fish, vegetarian, dairy, paper, plastic, household, bread, grains, drinks, condiments, deli, pet supplies, toiletries, and extra stuff. Yeah, see? Hang it on the fridge with a clip and just peel them off as you need it. Excuse me for a second. You guys probably... There. So that was the first thing I was looking at. I like I like this, the layout, beef, chicken, pork, bacon, fish, sausage, apples, zucchinis, yada, 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 produce, condiments, deli, pet supplies, toiletries, extra stuff, tortillas, stuff like that. I like this one. And it's $9.99 and you get 60 pages. The next one, again, is this. Look at this. Same kind of things, but different. You have your snacks, your breads, grains, your baking spices. That's $7.95, and you get 2 magnets on the back to hang on your fridge. Oh, cool! It comes with a magnet. There's a video for it too. See, I'm just looking at it. Yeah. 6x9 weekly planning food checklist for fridge. And $7.95, 60 tear off sheets. So again, hangs on your fridge. That's pretty cool, right? And the next one on the list is this one. Thinking for preppers, anyways, is this one, right? $9.99. This has thing for your magnet. Yeah, see. And apparently it's the same garlics, ketchups, condiments, baking, canned goods. Apparently soup, broth, tomato sauce, tuna for the home, breads, grains, dairy, toiletries, frozen foods. So about buying a couple of these and trying them out and just seeing, which one's the best. I sent the link to Chloe, but she never looked at it. But, this says here you get 60 pages. Yeah. Again, then the next one is 907. See, again, and it looks pretty good. That's why I wrote, like this. See, fruits, vegetables, deli, canned foods, frozen food, sauces, oils, condiments, deli, meat and fish, vegetarian snacks, breads, beverages, toiletries, cereals, baking, pasta, dairy, pet items, paper and wraps, household, and see, thought about buying something like this, and then finally, because I'm really toying with this item, then finally, the last one again looks pretty cool, and that is this. See, broccolis, carrots, cucumbers, paper wrap, canned goods, frozen foods. Oh yeah, pizza, vegetables, stir fry, candy, snacks. someone was talking about a whiteboard, and it's $7.99. So I was thinking, that would come in handy. Chloe likes the idea too, so we thought about buying a couple of them and going from there. But still. Yeah, well, apparently the thing is they're worried about cotton fiber. And yeah, fortunately, one of my neighbors, who I'm close to, literally stated that her heater is about 2.5 to 3 inches from her bed. So if it's 2.5 to 3 inches from her bed, then, they shouldn't complain about it. So, anyways, but that's how it is. So apparently, just to be funny, I lost three um um three or four subscribers. I told Zoe, I really don't care that I lose subscribers. It's just I don't give two shits either. So to me, it's like whatever. So the best course of action is not to worry about it. So, well, apparently I've had this running for 4 years. I've lived in places where it's all baseboard. Unfortunately, let me put it this way, okay? I've had my home, right? My home, right? Turn around and literally, for example, my first home, right? Baseboard heat, right? Couch was 6 inches from the heater. Management never complained. The reclining chair I had at the time, the swivel captain's chair, really nice one. Literally, till it fell apart 6 years later. It was in the household for like 20 years, right? 25 years we've had it. Fell apart. Chairs won't last. But the point I'm making, Higgins, is that chair was about 18 inches from the heater. They didn't complain. My bedroom heater was most of my things were like 6 to 12 inches in my first apartment bedroom, right? Manager would come in to do an inspection. What did the manager do? Check the fuse box, found out the heater for why? Because the only time I use the heater is when it was too damn cold. Otherwise, I don't use it. I'm one of those that I'm so damn frugal. If I could, I'd turn off all the power. I didn't need. I'd turn off Chloe's room. But point is, they would say that's against rules and regulations to turn off someone's power because I think that might just drive Chloe out. But my point being is when I moved across the street, my husband and I never used the heater, even in his apartment. He never used the heater once. That's why his bill was so low. And then my heater was never used either because I used the air conditioner. But when I lived in 2012? Yeah, 2012, when we moved to the new place, the heater was never used. Literally. Hubby and I's heater was never used. Never used. And the reason for it was because we never used it. Now, my place, my bedroom was never used. It was literally, I started sleeping in the living room because my TV was in there. So I never slept in the bedroom. When I started sleeping in the, when I first started living in my own apartment in 2012, 2013, hubby and I, I got to the point where that I liked the living room. I mean, I set up the bed, and one day I was like, oh, look, I could use my mattress I have on my bed, make it comfortable. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'll live in the living room, right? So I slept in the living room, right? And then, I got tired of sleeping in the bedroom next to the toilet because the neighbors were noisy on that side. Kids are going to school, everything else. So I decided it's best to sleep in my living room. So I set my living room up, and then even when I was sleeping in the living room, the problem I have with the living room is, and this is something that I don't really talk about much, is the fact that when I slept in the bedroom, the sun would hit the window and magnifying it to roasting me out. So when I started sleeping in the bedroom in the living room, it was because of two reasons. One, the air conditioner could keep me cool because in the summertime that heat would hit in and just heat the entire halls. I had like 3 different halls, right, to connect. Hall to the bathroom, closet to the one area to the kitchen, and then from there, and then hubby had the freezer on his porch because he had the freezer on his porch because it was easier. My porch, we didn't have it, but my room was used for storage. Literally, I had everything backed up in case I ever wanted to move. So, point being is I never used the bedrooms, and so because of that, excuse me for a minute, gotta go use the bathroom again, tinkle. But you get the idea. Never used the thing. So when I started doing the living room thing and I moved to my next unit, I was sleeping in the living room. Okay. So then when I moved into Moses Lake, I had everything set up in the living room yet again because I had a mattress on the floor and I slept on the floor and I didn't have any problems. I was right there, angled to my TV, and the air conditioner was there. So I've learned that over the years, you sleep with something with an air conditioner. So there you have it. And then when I moved out here, the sun kept hitting the rooms, and I decided Chloe was going to have her room. I was going to have an office, and I'd sleep out here. And then for 4 years, okay, let me just tell you how it played out. Okay, so if Mel ever watches this video, it's almost 3 hours long. You can understand that when I moved, there was no trouble. Manager's like, oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Now they're basically sitting there saying, oh, that's not fine. It's like, look, previous manager thingy. Previous manager authorized Bun. Previous manager said I could have a second dog. Previous manager said. Now these managers like, oh, they're not here anymore. Well, it doesn't matter. The matters is it's done. And I'm not having some half pint tin pot dictator tell me that my plugs have to be. You know what? What are they do? Call inspection every 2 weeks? I mean, literally. I mean, the plugs don't work. I mean, you can't have the plug next to the baseboard. You can't have this next to the base. You can't. I mean, literally. The point is it is what it is, So to me, there you have it. I mean, literally, I live in my living room. So with that said, everyone, it's 2:30. I got to get Chloe up in 2.5 hours. I got to go through the Safeway thing before I leave because, Safeway has 2 ads. One ad is for today, one ad is for tomorrow. They give us a preview. Tomorrow's ad looks better. They do this so if you are traveling long distance, you can actually look. So what I'm looking at is the weekly ad for this week. All right, so this week it's buy one, get one on meats. Top loin New York strip, skinless chicken breasts or thighs, top pork chops or hamburger. That's it. Chocolate milk, mushrooms. Chloe was like, "Ooh, there's a deal on cookies." But the problem is you have to buy 2 bags of cookies for the deal, and I personally won't pay $7 for cookies. Chloe would, just because it's cookies. Like snacks and beverages, you got Old Trapper deli style sticks. I wouldn't spend that kind of money. But if you go down the list, like that Jack Daniels and cola, I would like to try that. But, the thing is, you have to basically budget your finances to make sure everything works according to plan, So. And you got to make sure your food stamps last. That's why I was trying to order stuff online, Damn freaking ad. All right, so I'll go from the top up because it's easier that way. Scented candles, not interested in any of this stuff. Toilet paper, you got to buy 2 of them. Okay, so it's like limit 1 of either bath tissue or paper towels. Okay. Then if you go up, you got stuff that I don't know. Okay, here we go. Deli, roasted chicken, not even 40 ounces, 50 ounces. Then you got baguette, onions and tomatoes. I'm gonna and then chicken nuggets. I mean, literally the deals, they don't look like they have many deals, that's the thing. And then the next ad is next week's ad, right? They show like tomorrow's ad, it shows steak, but that's it. It's like just they're not literally giving us anything decent. Chloe's birthday is on the 17th, so they're like, "Oh, deal till the 17th." But if you want pork butt, I mean, literally taco meat, steak right there, T-bones, value packet T-bones. Yeah, if you want to go for tomorrow, it's T-bones. Cream cheese, $1.29 a brick. Buy 4 or more, so you got to buy 4. So you get 2 pounds of that, and you get cream cheese or sour cream. Cottage cheese, you got to buy 4 or more of those. That'd be a good deal. I like cottage cheese from time to time. And they got bacon still on sale. Creamer on sale. Creamer. Let's see. Then they have trail mix. I'm not interested in trail mix. Not right now, anyways. Totino's 100 count pizza rolls. I like those. Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls. Not worth it. I mean, if you look at all this stuff, buy 2, get 2 free on Pringles. Mega stacks. That'd be great. Frito-Lays, buy 3 or more, and you get Cheetos, Fritos, or Tostitos. This week it's Cheetos, and you gotta avoid those anyway. Look at it, Let's see. Then if you go down the list, you just gotta look at these Hop Valley. Okay, cool. Then you got pasta, $1.49. That'd be stuff you'd get. Limit 2. Signature select salad dressing, not bad. Tomato. And then here it says $5 Friday. Friday only is 3 for $5 for chips. Boneless roaster shrimp. Wings, $5 a wing. Let's see. Marmalade, signature bruschetta. Taper node. Is that what it is? Taper node. Topinade. Topinade? Reserve percent Topinade. What the hell is that? Topinade. Oh, well. You got other crap, like you don't want to buy that kind. Let's see. For the coffee and tea lover, again, it's still on sale. Buy 3, save 3. They got like different Starbucks and stuff. I want. They don't have Seattle's Best. They probably don't have Mocha Joe or Morning Joe either. Morning Joe's awesome, by the way. Fresh aromatic salmon fillets, pork shoulder roast selector, the beef seasoning tri-tips. Again, they got ribs on sale, but you got to ask yourself, pork sausage in the 1 pound chubs, 1 pound pork sausage. I mean, wild caught rockfish. Rockfish is tasty. It's fresh. Tri-tip lamb shoulder blades. Yeah, so pork ribs $49 a pound, or whiskey pepper. I think those are pork spare ribs. Yeah, I think they're spare ribs. It's not baby back ribs. Let's see, American Classic salads. Pork spare ribs are on sale, yeah. Kansas City or whiskey or, St. Louis. And then you go down below. So you'll have to look at it closely, to figure it out. So, but anyways, there you have it. So, anywho, 3 people watching, only 1 commenting, or was commenting. Hold on. Higgins, I think, went to bed finally. So, anyways, I got some gaming to do, but you guys get the idea. So I gotta wake Chloe up at 5 so she can be ready to go. She goes out today, do a light load of shopping. We wanted to get 1 week's worth of groceries, but I don't think we can actually make it. That's the thing. Zoe and I don't tell her that because Chloe wants to go off island. The problem is trying to make a load work. I mean, literally next tomorrow's T-bones on sale. I told Zoe I really wanted a steak, but this island, it's just, I've been eating salads a lot too. So, I've just been, salad, and I got leftovers, so I'm good, Anywho, with that said, everyone, I hope you guys tune in for another edition later. Chloe's got my notebook or something or other. So, anyways, I got to send an email out around like 9 in the morning to Mel. Otherwise, I'm good. So, anyways, the only thing I could say Chloe's been good towards this week was helping with jury duty, but otherwise she's just been very combative on everything. It's like, just get the fucking thing done. Work on my time. Don't work on your time. If you work on your time, then there's nothing that's going to be done, because frankly, I'm tired of it. And then clean your fucking mess up again. That's what I want. I got to fucking do it all again, which I'm going to fucking do just to prove a point that she shouldn't be living here. That's my point in general, So anyways, you guys seen what I was thinking about. So let me just look up this. So, so the rest of you out there, please tune in later. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Thanks for watching, everyone. And, give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and just keep it nice is all we ask in comments. And God bless you in everything you do. And I will see you later. And hopefully we get some good comments from Teldor. Thanks, everyone, and God bless you in everything you do.